back to Anime and Beyond. I'm Noah.
I'm Devin.
We just finished watching episode 2, so we're going to go ahead and talk about that. 2, we talked about the rape accusation in the show, but we forgot to mention was who all's involved with this whole. It's not just her, we know, because we got a chance to see the crime scene. We got the chance to see his room, and although she said he came into her room, but we got to see his room. There was nothing on the bed. Then later on, they found a garment they said was on his bed. She said he broke into her room, and why was the garment on his bed if he broke into her room? There's a lot of stuff didn't add up, but so it'd be interesting to see who all is involved with this, conspiracy. So that's what we wanted to touch on in this episode. We might remember something else as we go along.
Yeah.
But now on
episode 2.
Episode 2. Yeah. So we got to see Naofumi actually did purchase a slave.
Yep. The girl slave. Raptilia.
And he said he was fine with it because they're not humans, which the guy did mention it, the slave trader, that this is a society that believes that humans are better than everybody else. So he is embracing the society. He went from a guy who in the first episode didn't know anything about the culture, and now he's like, you know what, I'm going to exploit this culture.
Exactly,
And so he's got a companion that can't betray him now.
I like the turn of the whole, society change.
Yeah.
Just almost like a mood change in the whole series going on right now. Yeah. I like that.
And so, he definitely seems like a guy who has become more hard, more cold towards everybody else, but
kind of hard. Yeah, it's more of like, he at first he realized that the people he was with at first were like his companions and stuff like that, but now he realized that everyone's against him. So it's kind of like, I gotta look out for myself now. I gotta do my thing. I can't worry about everyone else. Can't worry about what they say. So it's kind of like, I'm just gonna focus on me and this girl I'm with the slave girl is Raptilia, and we're gonna survive the wave, regardless of whatever anyone else says. So
yeah,
I kind of like that.
And we got glimpses of how Raptilia, seems like she's had a pretty hard life.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents got killed in the first wave we saw.
Three-headed dogs.
And so
like Cerberus from Hercules.
Yeah, and so in that short amount of time from the first wave to now, she's super fearful of everybody. The guy mentioned she was tortured, and she doesn't know anything about him, but gets bought as a slave for him. And it seems like he's trying to treat her hard, trying to treat her cold, and trying to be that person that everybody thinks he is.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still Naofumi, the real guy, the guy who's caring, buys her toys, her food, takes care of her, comforts her when she's crying.
Yeah, he's trying to get her ready for. It seems like he's just trying to get her ready for the wave that's coming,
Mm-hmm.
and so just kind of get her emotionally and just battle ready.
Yeah.
To fight, because he can't fight. He has to defend. He's the only so.
When it's time to fight, he makes sure that she's he commands her, gets her to actually attack like that bunny. He didn't even want to watch the bunny.
I didn't want to watch it. That was hard. that was This is, I don't know. It's like a little bunny, It's just a little bunny coming after you. What is that thing gonna do to you? It's just like stab. It was like, God, that's gruesome.
It said enemy above his head.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, but it. He was serving her food, but she was kind of actually that part was actually a little sad. He's kind of going back to what you were saying about where she came from, how she grew up, and everything like that, and how she was being. She was like, this food is for me. Like I can actually eat this. That was a little sad. But I kind of liked it in that sense. Where it was like that gratefulness for just the little stuff. That was kind of cool to see.
Yeah, it's interesting to still learn about the world that they're living in. Slaves, demi-humans are okay to purchase as slaves, and the bar that they went to, the inn that they went to, didn't allow demi-humans to eat in there.
Yeah, so that's another thing.
It's interesting as as Naofumi learns more about the culture, I mean, he asks questions with everybody that he trades with.
Mm-hmm.
We're also learning more, which is interesting.
Yeah, I remember where it was at the beginning. I was kind of surprised how, because it looked like the whole scene was gonna shift. Like, Naofumi was gonna choose her to be his slave, his slave. But he went because he went to go look like he was gonna purchase something, another slave.
Mm-hmm.
But he went back and he was like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Get up," all this stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, man. And then it was interesting that the auctioneer, the guy who was the dealer, he was saying how, he actually did. He said he actually did choose her. I'm actually getting goosebumps. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's like there's something else at work that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw there was a guard or there was like some spy standing inside the chamber when he was being accused, and before he left the castle, there was some spy there, and now we hear this. But what do you think about now? It went from Fumi not having anybody to then having that one girl, Maine, or whatever, however you say her name, and he seemed like he was gonna depend upon her to do all the fighting, depend upon her, and now he's actually has someone that depends upon him. It's interesting to see the change there.
Yeah.
And how
That's very interesting. Yeah. The whole shift dynamic.
Like
from that point, it's almost like from episode 1 and 2, there's been a total reversal. You know.
It would be interesting to see if she would have stuck with him, the Mine, and wouldn't have accused him of anything. If they would have kept going on, how much would he have actually grown?
Exactly.
Because now he's gone on his own, doesn't have any money. He's going out making his own money, going out training, and he completely forgot to make the other girl sign a contract and become a companion.
Exactly.
And so he wouldn't have gained any extra points, experience points without her.
I'm interested to see how they grow that series.
Yeah.
But definitely, it's kind of one of those animes that's kind of going like quick, but it's like it's like it's progressing, but it's like you can follow. There's no filler. That's what I was gonna say.
It's the second episode too, but for sure, it doesn't seem like there's gonna be filler.
It seems like it's just going. It's like a linear thing with no filler, just bam, straight to the point.
Like
and that's what I like. I like that.
Like My Hero.
Like My Hero.
Same way.
Yeah. But those were basically my thoughts about the show.
Yeah. How do you see Raphtilia growing next couple episodes? We saw her from the beginning being a scared little girl locked in a cage who...
I feel like she's going to be a beast.
Yeah.
Honestly. She's going to... Naofumi. I think Naofumi and her are going to be a good partnership. And it's going to open a lot of people's eyes. Talking about the three... the sword, the three people.
The 3 other heroes.
Yeah.
The king.
Like, they're gonna have all these people, and then all they have is those 2 people, and they're just gonna wreck chop everything. They're probably gonna kill all those enemies when the waves come, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm just really looking forward to it.
Yeah, clean up shop. Well.
But let us know what y'all think.
Yep.
Leave a comment below.
Leave a like, dislike.
Like, dislike. Please
Comment.
leave a like. Comment. Please subscribe
Yep.
to our channel.
Like if you enjoyed what Devin said.
I know I'm very repetitive, but I'll work on that.
Yeah. See.
But we'll see y'all. We'll see you on the flip flop.